second, everyone over there. Got some adjustments to do. 'Cause I don't know why that got changed. There we go. And awesome. Well, hello everybody and welcome. My name is Abyssal's End, and this is my life. Will you guys stop fucking with the goddamn curtains? Okay. Anyway. Yeah, today we are talking with MAGA supporters, or trying to anyway. They seem to be scared and or few or far between because they just don't want to come in. They just don't want to chat. They don't want to defend their fucking views because it's been getting bad and they just can't defend their actions. So yeah, if you are over on the clock app and you would like to comment, share, whatever, just get this thing going, I would really appreciate it. If not, that is fine too. Whatever. Um, if you're on every other platform, hello, welcome in. Trying to do the same things and you can't, tap the screen as much, but either way, hello. Yeah, today we are talking or trying to talk with MAGA supporters. So if you do support Trump still somehow, please request up, or if you are on the tube or green app, call in. Numbers above my head. But in the meantime, I do have some questions for MAGA, right? Just things I've been curious about. And this is like relatively recent news. I don't know if you guys heard, um, but Trump came out and said that he is thinking about making. Thank you, Ravens. I appreciate that. Um, that he is thinking about making Venezuela the 51st state. I want to hear your opinions on that because what the actual fuck? But also, I remember earlier on in this presidency, he was saying he wants to make Greenland the 51st state or Canada the 51st state. First of all, which one? Which one is he going to make the 51st state? Right. Um, but secondly, why? Like, we don't need these countries. There's no reason to take over these countries. We don't need to annex these stupid. Mm, God, I hate them. Okay, right? Like, especially when the country's leaders come out and say, "Hey, yeah, we don't want to be part of your country. I disagree with you when you say this." And if he follows through with it, which I don't think he will, he always chickens the fuck out. Um, then yeah, that's a bad thing, right? But like, if he does follow through with it, that's committing an act of war. But to be fair, he doesn't give a fuck, right? He did campaign on being the president of no new wars, and then fucking committed a war or started a war over in Iran, Iran. But yeah, like it's fucked, dude. So yeah, if you can, if you want to defend this somehow, if you still support him with all these actions, please request up or call in on number above my head. Yeah, it's crazy, man. I don't understand. I don't get it. But yeah, this is where the hell do I have my display captures? Yes, cool. There you are, and I need to find a button where I can just turn on everything all at once because that'll make things so much easier. There we go. Okay, so this is Fox News. This is Fox fucking News, right? Where he came out and said that Trump wants to make Venezuela the 51st state. What the actual fuck? That's not okay. That is crazy. Now, to be fair, he's already done this. He's already said this. Like, I know I stated this earlier in the live that like he came out and said in a state of fucking delusion, I'm pretty sure, in my opinion anyway, that he wants to make Greenland and Canada the 51st state, yet they're still not part of the US. So, like, what the actual fuck, So, this isn't okay, even if he goes through with it. And it even states further on down that, just in the brief right here, Venezuela's acting president responded by saying that her country has no plans to join the US, right? If that is the case, that no plans, right? Which I don't blame them. I don't fucking blame them at all on that one. Then there's no reason for them to join, and we have no reason to even suggest taking over or having them join the US. I don't know, man. Like it's fucking crazy. We're gonna display capture there. Display capture and display capture. Yeah, like I don't get it, man. Like I don't get how people can still support this fucking crazy ass president that we have. So if you do, please request up. Please call in the number above my head on Kick or Tube. So yeah, I am just curious on how you would support someone like this who does not follow his oath of office, who violates the Constitution on a near monthly basis at this point. Like that's not okay. But yeah, I'm just curious, man. I'm just so curious on how you people can just, if not, like I don't care, I'll talk into the mic for half hour, I don't give a fuck. But like just one of those days, man. Just one of those days. We have it is on. Okay. Um we're gonna do this. Move that over here for now. Yeah, I can do okay, yeah, I can do that. Cool. That's good layout. Sorry guys, I was just moving stuff around on this end. Okay. Another thing I am curious about for you all is the statue that he made of himself. You guys just see the hair clothing? Or is that just me? Losing my mind. Either way. Um, yeah. It, like the weird golden statue that he had made of himself, right? How do you all not see how that's a crazy thing to do? Now, even if he did that of his own money, right? Right. Fine, whatever. He can do what he wants with his own money, right? But as the leader of a country, that's fucking crazy, right? Because no country who has a competent leader who isn't like an authoritarian of some kind has statues of themselves commissioned. That is wild. And also, why would he do that? Unless he's just egotistical, narcissistic, right? Because there's no reason for it. There really isn't. Yeah, if you guys are just a quick little side note, if you guys are over on the clock app, if you could like keep tapping that screen, like, share, do all of the good things, I would really appreciate it. And if you don't want to share it out, if you just want to hit like the share button and then just copy link, that still counts as a share in the algorithm's view. So I'd really appreciate that. Like you don't even have to like, share it to your phone, just the copy link counts. So yeah, either way, like it is crazy, right? That we have a president, so to say, who is just acting in the way that he does, falling asleep constantly in public places, right? Because of okay, I think this was yesterday. Let me see if I can pull it up. Hold up. Where is it? Hmm, I'm not talking- News. What do you mean there's no sounds for hold the fuck up? What do you mean? Yeah, there is. It's being detected. TikTok's weird. Okay. Anyway. Um so there was a press meeting yesterday where we're gonna go with I don't want to pay for you. Yeah. So I think it was yesterday where there was a press meeting where uh, Trump was clearly asleep, like just knocked out in his chair on live camera, and fucking like then because they took a picture of him and posted it all over the internet, the White House then came out and said, well, I don't know if it was the White House, but there was a lot of people on the side that were like, he was clearly blinking because it was an image. It was a still frame image. And they're trying to claim that they just took a picture of him. Well, fucking OBS, man. That needs to stop. That needs to stop. I might get a different bot camera because I'm so tired of that. Okay. Um, anyway, the whole um sorry, I lost my train of thought when the camera got fucked. But yeah, picture is see if I can find it. Do do images. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna pull this up on display capture so you guys can see it. It is the second one right there. I need to pull up all my other sources too. I really need just like one hotkey where it just turns them all on. There's this one right here, right? Looks like Reuters took it due to the watermark, but it looks like he's asleep, right? He's clearly knocked out and asleep in that chair. There's videos of this, right? This isn't just me saying, "Oh, well, his eyes are closed in that this picture, he's asleep." No, like he has taken there's videos of this with him just like out, right? He's out. And there's a whole press meeting happening behind him. A whole press meeting. And he's just fucking out. Like off in dreamland somewhere. This is crazy. It's here's the thing. I wouldn't be making such a huge deal out of this, right? I really wouldn't. The only reason why is due to his own actions. And because if he didn't go off and say, "Oh, well, sleepy Joe Biden or whatever," right? And make a whole deal out of it. And now he's sleeping basically through every other fucking press meeting because he's up till 4 o'clock in the fucking morning, sundowning on his own fucking True Social thing and just ranting and raving like a crazy person. And now he cannot stay awake during the day because he doesn't sleep like a normal person because he's basically has signs of dementia. I don't want to say he has dementia. I'm not a doctor, but he has signs of it, right? This is crazy, right? Like, there's a reason why people are calling him Dozy Don is because of this shit right here. It's absolutely wild. Oh my god. I don't know, guys. Like, I am curious, however. I might make this alive in the future to where if I'm able to go and to join other people's like platform, other people's lives, um, I'll have to figure out how to do that through my PC. I might go like MAGA hunting and stuff because that'd be a lot of fun. Um, but we'll see. I'm still waiting on people like call in and stuff. And if you are still support Trump, please feel free to call the number above my head or request up if you're on the clock app. But yeah, like I am curious, guys. Like I don't understand how you can support a leader who is not helping our country in any meaningful way. Like he really isn't. I know you guys like to think, well, he's really good for this country. Like he's doing amazing things, but nobody can explain to me how. Right? Like whenever I have a conversation with people who support him, they just say he's doing a lot of good things. He's the best president. Um, oh, excuse me, sorry. He's the best president that's ever happened. Then when I ask them like how and what is he doing that's making America great, they can't. they can't explain it, right? They just go, He's the president." Like, yeah, that doesn't fucking mean anything, right? Being the president doesn't mean you're a good president. And okay, cool. Okay, Tony, I have told you this yesterday. I'm happy to have this conversation with you if you call up. I am more than happy to have this conversation with you. I don't care that you're in Thailand. That doesn't stop you from dialing a fucking number. It really doesn't. So, anyway, yeah, no, it doesn't change anything, man. Yeah, and your piece is objectively wrong. Uh, Also, I gotta fix that chat box. I don't know what's going on with that. Hold up. Because like I can see the box. I don't know why the text is grayed out. Mm, see if I can fix that real quick. No, my ideology is everybody deserves health care. Everybody deserves to live their life as long as they aren't hurting everybody. Everybody deserves to be happy. You know, how is that wrong? Like that's not. If you think that's wrong, then maybe you were raised weird. I don't know. That's literally not taking the moral high ground. Like I just shared with you my ideology, right? And because you can't combat that, you're trying to say I'm taking the moral high ground. I believe everybody deserves healthcare. Everybody deserves to have food on the table. Everybody deserves to be able to afford to live, right? That's not taking the moral high ground. That's really not. This is basic human shit. It's not taking the moral high ground. That's it, man. Like, I'm sorry you don't like that. That is a you issue. How do I fix that? Settings. That's not true. A lot of my coworkers support Trump, and I like them. I don't like fascists. I don't like bad presidents. But also, I'm done responding to you until you fucking call in. Because that is the point of this, is to have civil debates with people who call into the show. I'm not talking to people through the chat. How do I get the background out of here? Hmm. And of course, we just have keyboard warriors who are too afraid to call in because they know their ideology's fucked. And they're too scared. It's okay. Anyway, um, how the fuck I did it before? I don't remember how I did it. I'll have to like Google. I'll have to Google it at some point. It's okay. Yeah, I'll figure it out later. It's all good. Um, Sorry about everyone on the tube who sees like this really faded out chat box in the corner. I'm trying to figure out how to get that to, show better. But either way, how the fuck? I think for now, what I can do is save. That didn't look good. Okay. We're not gonna do that because that's gross. Layer settings, positioning and size, save. Okay, yeah. We'll deal with that later. Either way. So yeah, if you support Trump and are able to stand 10 toes down on what you believe in, feel free to call the number above my head. Or request up if you are on the clock app. If not, that is perfectly fine. Like I said, I have no problem sitting here for like 30 minutes and just chatting away with you guys. Um, Stop fucking with curtain. And okay, sorry, I am so distracted by the fucking chat box. I'm trying to figure it out. Either way, um, I don't understand how people can still support somebody who goes against his oath of office, right? Like he doesn't like he violates it constantly. He violates the Constitution. Keep in mind, I'm not one-sided on this, right? If are on the left and you're violating the Constitution, you should be removed. It is that simple. I don't care if you aren't doing the job that you were elected to do. You do not deserve to hold your power. And this isn't just for the president. This is for everyone. This is for senators. This is for people in the House. This is for judges. I don't care, right? If you are not elected to help, if you were elected to a job and you are not doing the job, you don't deserve to hold that office. I'm sorry. It is just that simple. Like, I don't care if you got the votes or the electoral votes. That's fine. I don't give a shit. But to a certain degree, if you do not have that, right? If you aren't doing the job you're elected to do, you should be removed. And it's very simple, right? Because everyone else in the world who does a job, right? Like for me, if I'm doing a job and I'm hired to do a job and I'm not doing it, guess what? I'm gonna get fired. That's how that works in the real life. Why doesn't it work for the president or for senators, right? Because for me, it's like I can get fired whenever because I'm not doing the job. For them, it shouldn't wait for 2 years. It shouldn't wait for 4 years. It should be, oh, hey, you aren't doing the job that we elected you to do. I'm sorry, you're out. We're going to hold a special session to replace you. That's how it should be, right? Because that's not cool that we have people who are just sitting in office doing fuck all, and a bunch of feckless cowards in Congress too who are not holding the president to account is crazy. I don't know, man. It's so weird. So anyway, like, and let's just go with the average Trump supporter, right? Just the everyday to day, you and me, not politician, just person, right? He is not doing anything to help you. He's not. He's actually scamming you. He's like taking money out of your pocket and putting it into his. Perfect example is the fucking Trump phone, my guys. Like shit. Like how in the fuck, right? How in the actual living fuck did you all fall for this shitty ass Trump phone, which isn't even like a sorry, which isn't even like a new model phone. It's like a relatively old model phone, which wasn't even made yet, right? It was like on the promise of it being made. So, which is with a phone with the name Trump on it, basically, right? And then you all like paid your deposit of like $100, whatever the fuck, whoever the fuck put it down. And now recently came out saying, yeah, you're probably not going to get the phone and you're also not getting your deposit back. So he essentially just scammed so much money out of his supporters. It is crazy, dude. Like, I don't get it. And also the Bible, dude, like he made a Trump Bible. That's blasphemous as fuck. Like, I don't I don't get that, man. Like, how do people support this? I don't understand. Never will. But that's why I want people to call in. I want people to request up so I can understand their mindset. Like, I really want them to come in, right? Ugh. Ow. There we go. Crashed. It's okay. I'm kind of doing a short live today just because uh, this has nothing to do with politics, right? But my a new book came out today that I really want to listen to. It is the eighth book in the Dungeon Crawler Carl series, and I am so interested in listening to that. Right. So, no offense to you all, that right now is like my hyperfixation. So I'm curious about that. I will probably be back on tomorrow, but like I still got a few more minutes in me to see if anybody wants to request up, call in, see what is going on. But yeah, I do have a goal, which I don't want to do that really. I mean, it would be good, to do that. Um, meh, no. Either way, it's fine. I'll deal with it later. Going like I'm just curious, guys. Like one of those things in the world is I know we all have different beliefs. I have no issue with that, right? We are all entitled to have different beliefs. I want to understand because when you all say you have like a conservative ideology, you believe conservative beliefs. What does that mean to you, right? Because I don't know what that means, right? I know you say like Christian conservatism or whatever the fuck, but that's just a talking point. It doesn't define it, right? So I need you all to define what you mean when you say Christian, because here's the thing, right? When I hear it, to me that just means you want this country to be a Christian country, founded on Christian, which to me is disgusting because we have the First Amendment. Everybody else is allowed to believe whatever the fuck they want to believe when it comes to religions, and you're not allowed to, force your belief on other people. That's gross, right? I don't care. I genuinely don't care if you are a Christian. Practice that. That's fine. I have no issue with that. I don't care if you are Muslim. I don't care if you're Jewish. I don't care if you're satanic. I don't care if you're a pagan. I don't care if you're whatever religion, right? Doesn't bother me. What bothers me is when you start forcing your belief on other people who may not believe the same thing, right? That's an issue. Trying to make your belief their belief and your practices in life their practices in life when they may not believe those things is an issue. Now, you may believe that your God is the only God, and that's fine, but they don't. You have to accept that because it's not yours place to determine that. Okay? There are people who are upset about, ABs, right? Kind of code this fucking language. The issue with that is, and I've noticed it's predominantly males who care about this so much, right? It's predominantly males. And to which I say, if you don't want to get an AB, then you don't get one. It is very simple. It is not your choice. You don't have, you yourself do not have to have an AB. Everybody else who may want one can have one because it is not your fucking call. Yeah. I don't know why it's such a fucking hard thing for people to understand. Yeah. Anyway, it seems like MAGA's scared. The only person who seemed interested in talking over on the kick is too cowardice to even come up. And yes, I will call you out 100% of the time if you're just a fucking keyboard warrior. So either way, I think that is where I'm going to call it. And no, I do not care if that drives you away from the live. If you are not thick enough skinned to come up and stand 10 toes down on what the fuck you believe in, that is a you issue. So I think that today is where I'm going to call the live. I am very tired. I don't know why I'm so tired today. I just don't have the mental energy to continue. I'm gonna try and figure out in the future how to like go MAGA hopping and go into MAGA live and shit. But yeah, either way. Um, my name is Bustle's End. I'm a very small gaming and political content creator. I'm gonna be aiming more towards the political lives as we approach the midterms. So we'll be talking more and more about that. Doing sections on probably each state's appointed like governors and stuff or whatever. Um, leading up to it. I don't know. Well, I'll have to do more research into that. Either way, until next time, I'm not sure when I'll be on next. It might be Thursday or whatever. We'll see. I can be very tired. I work late, so getting home at different time is rough. So getting up early for this is hard. But anyway, I'm not sure when I'll be on next. I'm still trying to get like a defined schedule going. So we'll